Okay, so recently Mr. Beast has faced backlash for building water wells in Africa, specifically Kenya. Now, I know that a lot of people have criticized Mr. Beast for coming off as a savior, or specifically a white savior, as they call him, because he has used his money and the money he's made from YouTube to do different philanthropy. Not even recently, this was a while back, he gave multiple people a surgery, or he paid for multiple people's surgery to fix their blindness. And people were upset at that because they said it comes off as like he's doing it just for the views, doing it just for YouTube. But here's my opinion on this. Okay? These people didn't have water, okay? Their government was not providing them with water. The people whose surgeries he paid for, their government was not providing them the money or the funds to get those surgeries, which the surgery could have been paid for by the government, but they're not going to do that. So he did that. He stepped in and did that. Now, you can argue as to whether it should or shouldn't be like that. You can argue as to how dystopian that is. But at the same time, I don't think that it's a crazy thing that he did that. Fine. He has the freedom to do that with his money. And it's crazy that he had to step in and do that when a government could have done that. When all these nonprofit organizations and all these different big companies could have done that. These nonprofit companies could have done that, and they don't. Governments could have done that, and they don't. And people talk about a white savior complex. Well, where are the black saviors? Where are the black philanthropists going out and paying to build wells in Africa or Kenya? And it's not to say that some don't. Of course they do. I want to see more of that as well. I want to see more of philanthropy of, black on black philanthropy. I'd like to see more of that within our community. But at the same time, we can't get upset and fault somebody else for doing that and stepping up and doing that when the own government, people was talking about that makes the Kenyan government look bad. Well, they should have been doing something about it. But with some of these governments and even these other organizations, there's so much corruption within these entities that things can never fully get done. We can never have things fully get fleshed out or big projects get done because all the money that goes to it, all the money donated, all the money granted to it, magically disappears. And you get 10% of the money actually going into something half baked because of corruption, because of human greed and deceitfulness. So now you're in a situation where somebody else is going to step in and do it. A YouTuber stepped in and did it. And people can scream and holler all they want to on Twitter, but I don't see them people on Twitter out there doing that. I don't see them out there digging holes, putting wells in there, or putting water in the wells. I think more of that should happen. If they're not going to do it, somebody needs to do it. Black, white, Asian, somebody got to do that. Now, you can, like I said, you can argue whether it should come from their own government or not. They're obviously not doing it, so someone else is going to do it. So that's my whole. When I see stuff like that, that's what it irritates me, because these same people they get so caught up in activism and complaining and this and that and the other, and getting so critical about things and the optics of it, because it looks like a white savior thing. Well, who else is doing anything about it? That's right. Nobody else is really doing anything about this. Where's the UN? Where's the UN? Where's the what is that called? Where's Red Cross? Where's all these people at? And I'm not saying that they don't do good work. Of course not. But I'm just saying, certain things that they could be doing, they don't. Certain things that the governments could be, our government especially, could be doing, they don't. They won't do it. Like recently, Xi Jinping just came to America. He came to San Francisco. They cleaned that city up in days. Cleaned that city up. Made it spotless. They could have been done that. And Gavin Newsom even said they just did it because she was coming. And of course, you want to make your city look good when somebody's coming to visit. But at the same time, you could have been done that. The city could have been cleaned up. But they won't do that. for whatever reason, they won't do it. They just won't. And then people complain and complain and complain about it, but these people won't do it on an average day. They won't do it. Now, I think that Mr. Beast should continue to do that. Let them have water. Let them have water. Let them drink. Let him spend his money in that way. If he's gonna spend his money, at least let him spend it doing something like that. Okay, at least let him give his money away doing something like that, buying people houses or whatnot. You might say he might be doing it for the views. He might be doing it out of the kindness of his heart. For whatever reason, let them have water. Let them drink. But now, when it comes to maintenance and how fully fleshed out the project will be, that's different. Now, you can criticize that. You can talk about that. You can be like, hey, you said you're going to build wells, but will they be fully functioning? Okay, that's a different conversation. But just the act in itself of him building those wells, that shouldn't be a problem. That really shouldn't be. Like, come on now. Come on now. There's more to complain about than that. Like, you really complain about the optics. I don't think some of them people getting water are going to be complaining about no optics. Complaining about optics, man. Come on now. Really? You gotta do better than that. If we really want change to come about, we really want projects like that to happen, then these organizations and individuals themselves, they have that type of money and they want to spend, that should be encouraged for them to do that. And it's even better when it's no strings attached, which is with Mr. Beast. I don't really ever see him in these situations where he's like putting these people in debt to him or anything like that. He has a lot of money. He's made a lot of money from YouTube and advertisements and endorsements and all that. So he has money. Mr. Beast got a bag. So he's using that money to just do stuff. He seems like kind of a regular guy who he figured out a way to game the YouTube algorithm and become successful off of it, and is using the money he makes to fund different projects like that. And that's cool. Like, he doesn't seem like a maliciously evil person. Like, he seems like just a regular guy, just a regular business guy. Like, that's how I see Mr. Beast. But other people, they take it in a completely different direction. But you know what? More power to him. Give the people water. Give them some food. Give them that. If their own government is not going to do it, if our own government is not going to do that, do it. Go ahead. Especially if it's has good motive behind it, good intent, and it's actually beneficial to people, then I can't really complain about that. I can't really just criticize and hammer that. Why would I do that? Especially if it's helping people. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you all for listening. This is your boy Red X Black. Let me know what you guys think about this. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever do, however do, wherever do, just do it. So also subscribe to Night Ray Media. I am out. Peace.